You know the company Ron Seal? They have a slogan that says, does exactly what it says on the tin. When it comes to writing headlines for your website, blog posts, landing pages, and sales pages, you want to make sure that it delivers the goods. As in, when the reader scrolls below the fold, that your copy satisfies them so they're not disappointed and regret clicking on the post. Your copy and your headline need to marry up. Your headline needs to do exactly what it says. Give the 12 ways or the 5 steps, the one thing that your reader wants to know. Whatever it is, it needs to deliver on it, right? As online business owners, we want to operate from a place of integrity and stand in our truth. And that means not succumbing to the temptation to use clickbait marketing. Have you ever gone online and for the love of God, an hour later you find yourself looking at something completely random? I mean, what the hell? Why am I reading some random article about Giselle and why she broke up with Leonardo DiCaprio years ago? And yet, somehow in the middle of the night, there I am, scroll, scroll, scroll. I feel you judging me. Don't judge me. I know you've done it too. Here's what happened though. I fell down a rabbit hole and clicked my way through a sequence of headlines. Now, did the gossip posts add any value to my life? Probably not. But they did do something really well. Something that we as online content creators need to do too. And that is to write awesome headlines that grab your readers' attention and entice them to keep reading. If writing engaging headlines for your website, blogs, landing pages, or sales pages is something you'd love to get a handle on, then stay tuned because I'm sharing 3 ways to do precisely that. Hey there, I'm Nat Milligan, a content copywriter and soulful strategist for small creative and spiritual businesses, helping you write words for the web so you get seen and heard by the people who need you most. So, what are headlines? Well, good headlines are attention-grabbing and highly engaging words that entice the reader to keep reading. According to the father of advertising, David Ogilvy, on average, 5 times as many people read the headline as they do the body copy. When you have written your headline, you have spent 80 cents out of your dollar. And that's why your headlines are so important. They need to capture the imagination of your reader and trigger an emotion in them or pique their interest. If it doesn't, then the chances are they won't keep reading. Here's a copywriting tip for you. Now that you understand how important headlines are, I want to encourage you to spend a little time after you've written your blog post or landing page copy brainstorming ideas for the headline. Don't settle on the first idea you come up with. Trust me, you will surprise yourself when you give yourself permission to let your creative juices flow. And yes, I can hear your pretty little cogs turning and you're thinking, wait, what? Nat, are you saying I should write my headlines after I write my body copy? Yes, you should. I write or rework my headlines after I've written the copy all the time. If it helps, put a Ron Seal style working title to help you stay on point, but then carry out a good old fashioned brain dumping exercise at the end to choose the final headline. So here's a reminder for your notes. Headlines are the first thing your readers see, but the last thing you should write. Okay, let's dive into the 3 ways you can write awesome headlines that engage and captivate your readers. Number 1, use hooks. Okay, so in marketing and copywriting circles, a hook is something that triggers an emotion in the reader. Now, the emotion could be positive or negative. It can move them towards something that they want or away from something that they don't want. I read somewhere that 4 of the most powerful human emotions are nostalgia, those feelings of the good old days, humor, pride of knowledge, and pleasure from other people's misfortune. I know, that last one's pretty savage. Here's a headline I saw recently. Fans sympathize with Will Smith after latest revelations from wife Jada about their sex life. I mean, headlines like these make the reader curious, right? I mean, what did she say? What's their sex life like? Is Will bad in bed? I mean, what are the fans saying? I mean, yes, it's salacious and it's laced in gossip, but it taps into the inner workings of the human brain, the desire for more. In this case, to know the titillating details that the headline promises. It hooks us and piques our interest, which leads us nicely into number 2, use open loops. An open loop is when an idea or thought stimulates the brain to find out more or discover a solution. This marketing strategy designed to pique the reader's curiosity. So if your headline opens a loop, then the body copy, i.e. your blog post or sales or landing page, should close the loop. An effective way to write an open loop is to be specific. For example, headlines that say things like 5 ways to, or 7 steps, or the one thing you must do. Headlines like these increase the chances of someone clicking because they are clear and direct. Now, the best way to ensure that you are being clear and direct is to know who you are speaking to, which is number 3, speak to your target audience. Effective headlines call out the reader. You can say you, or you can tap into their identity. For example, dog owner, nature lover, singer, creative entrepreneur. Let's look at this headline from HuffPost. 8 key differences between Gen Zs and millennials. It's a great example of how they hook the reader with feelings of nostalgia and pride of knowledge. It creates an open loop because it piques our interest and creates a desire to learn more. And it lasers in on their target audience, Gen Zs and millennials, which tells everybody else to skip this post because it's not for them. Calling out your target audience is incredibly effective because we like to see ourselves in the content we consume. That's why quizzes and personality tests are so successful. We want to know which Friends star are we most like, or which Hogwarts house would we be in. So don't be afraid to call out your target audience. The most important thing when it comes to writing awesome headlines is to keep it clear and simple. This isn't the place for clever and cute. Be bold, be direct. Here are some examples. 13 ways to become irresistible in life and work. Finally, I'm sharing the secret to my learn the best way to. Here it is, my 5-step formula to. This one thing was a game changer. 11 new recipes to crush it this holiday season. 3 ways to tell he's just not into you. 5 common mistakes people make buying a house and how to avoid them. Before I jump off, a quick word on integrity. If you're watching this, then I'm guessing your heart is in the right place and you want to add true value, make money and an impact doing work that lights you up. Therefore, I want you to see your headlines as a promise you make to a friend and the body copy as the delivering on that promise. Always honor your promise. No clickbaiting, no crappy content. Be the person that always delivers the goods, creates and shares with integrity. All right, and there you have it. How to write tasty headlines that leave your readers hungry for more. And now I would love to hear from you. Did you like this video? Was it helpful in any way? What was the main takeaway for you? I would love to know. Head on over to nataliemilligan.com and leave me a comment or question there. Till next time.